The first electronic computer in Israel was built in 1954 in the Weizmann Institute of Science and was called the Weizac. The Weizac performed its first calculation in 1955 and was operational for 9 years until 1964.
Sometimes we had extra time, and during that extra time I ran my own programs, which was at that time Boolean algebra, because Boolean algebra could be used to design electronic circuits. And about Boolean algebra I consulted with Professor Yoeli.
Professor Yoeli taught computers in the Technion in Haifa in the Department of Electrical Engineering in spite of the lack of equipment.
I had no real computer available at the time.
Professor Yoeli's interest in the theory of computing began during his work in the post office ministry during the 40s, before and after the establishment of the State of Israel.
Initially I was interested in telephony, and this interest in telephony helped me in developing ideas about computers.
When you pick the phone and you hear the dial signal, it seems an easy, but behind it, it's really an algorithm that says if the exchange is ready and not too many people are calling, you get the signal, and if there are too many calling, then the line should be dead. It is something that's very easy to describe in terms of computer.
So there was a need to have a very simple language that will allow you both to write it and verify it and simulate it in a way. So he created that simple language.
I called it Simplex.
And you taught
So
the
Simplex
students.
was paper only first.
Many years later, Professor Yoeli became the dean of the new Faculty of Computer Science in the Technion.
The first people that founded the department were highly interested in the theory on one hand and in the computational abilities of computers on the other hand.
When you give a very good foundation in theory, it's building the very necessary skills for young engineers. It's much harder to learn theoretical parts while you are working on real projects.
In this case, Professor Yoeli really had a huge influence. And his influence came not out of force or out of strength, but actually out of humanism, or out of being a human being, by actually impacting a group, a very large group of people in Israel towards digital system.
There is no question the computer industry and the computer science, the academy in Israel in this area is outstanding. You can see it by the number of startups that are coming out, the number of achievements in the scientific and the academic world. And certainly Professor Yoeli is a cornerstone in establishing this as one of the pioneering of starting computer science in Israel.